Hey everybody! I'm here today to show you and tell you how to clean this coffee machine right here. This is actually the Keurig K Supreme coffee maker, and in this full tutorial, an easy tutorial, I'll be showing you exactly how to clean it. Let's get right into the video. There are 4 things that you can do to clean your machine. Now this machine is very, very new. I bought this very recently, but the reality is that you can have your machine looking this good all the time as long as you keep it clean. And you can have it running this properly, this effectively, this efficiently, as long as you keep it clean and you maintain it properly. So here are the 4 things. The first thing that you want to do is you want to clean the outside of it. And this is arguably one of the easiest things to do, okay? You can just simply take a wet cloth. This is what I do with all of my appliances and all my coffee machines that I use, because I am a coffee aficionado, a coffee connoisseur. I love coffee, okay? I have many different machines that I use on a regular basis, and this is my newest one that I got. So what you want to do is just take a wet cloth, wipe all of the surfaces down. If you have a water reservoir, you can remove it, okay? Most of the time you can just pull it out like that. Wipe all of the surfaces down, okay? If your coffee machine has a drip tray, you can usually remove them really easily, okay? Get the drip tray, open it up, wipe it down, clean it, clean it with some soap and water, rinse it out, dry it off. You really want to clean the outside as much as possible, because this is where the majority of the dirt and dust and debris will accumulate, because it's going to get dusty just like any other piece of furniture in your house. So, clean the outside and the drip tray, and pay specific attention to the buttons. You really want to make sure you're wiping those buttons, and don't make the cloth too wet. Make the cloth just, barely wet at all. Just the tiniest bit of moisture on the cloth when you're dealing with buttons. But make sure you wipe those buttons because they do get touched quite often, okay? So always keep that in mind. So there's going to be lots of fingerprints, lots of oils from your fingers and stuff. Okay, that's the first thing that you want to do. The second thing you want to do is descale the machine. Now, luckily on the Keurig K Supreme, there's actually a light at the top. You can see on the top here it says add water, and then it says descale over there, okay? So it actually tells you when you should descale the machine, okay? But you want to do it regularly. I mean, like, some people will follow the light, and other people, like myself, I descale my coffee machines when I feel that it is necessary. So I kind of try and keep track of how often I'm using them, and then whenever I feel like it fits my maintenance schedule, that's when I descale them. I also will usually try and do multiple different coffee machines within one descaling session, so it's sort of, like I can batch them together so that it saves me some time, okay? So, like I said, you can wait for the light to come on, or you can descale it whenever makes sense to you. That's my method, but that will take the scale out of the piping, and it really makes your coffee taste much better, okay? It's not, it's not one of those things, in my opinion, it's not one of those things like, oh, it's in your head, your mind is playing tricks with you, making you think it tastes better. I truly believe my coffee tastes better when my machines have been descaled, okay? And that's the honest truth that I can tell you. The third thing that you want to do is you want to run some just clear water through it. So what you want to do is open it up, make sure there's no puck in there. So as you can see right here, there is no puck in there, okay? So you want to run some clear water through it. And to do that, all that you have to do is close it without a puck in there, okay? I'm going to remove the drip tray so that I can put a little bit of a bigger glass right here, just because this is the one that I have available right now nearby me. What you want to do is then you want to select the size. Let's just do an 8 ounce, okay? And then brew it, okay? Now what that's going to do is that's actually going to brew just water through there without any K-cup, without any coffee pod in there. And that's, you should try and get your water as clear as possible, okay? Like I said, this is a fairly new machine, so the water, I've made quite a few coffees with it, but the water is going to be still fairly clear because, I've only made a handful of coffees with this machine. But even with my other machines that I've owned for years, my other single-serve coffee machines, I can get the water running this clearly, okay? You have to clean it, and what you want to do is run multiple cycles, okay, until you get the water as clear as possible. So you want to try and run as many cycles as you can until you get the water as clear as possible. Sometimes I'll go through a whole water tank just running empty cycles in order to get the water as clear as I can get it, essentially, okay? So this should be finished in a moment, and I'll tell you what the next step is, okay? So that's the third thing that you want to do. Last but not least, the fourth thing that you want to do to clean it, and I'll show you in a moment, is when you've ensured that your machine is not hot, when you know that like it's cool enough to work with, you want to clean the needles that dispense the water. Okay, so now I'm just going to actually take this water and I'm just going to dump it down the sink, okay? Just so I don't confuse it with like fresh tap water or something later on in the evening when I'm thirsty for a glass of water. Essentially what you want to do is you want to open this up, okay? And like I said, you can see, I don't know if you can see this, but there's steam coming out. So I would not work on my machine right now. You want to make sure that it's cool enough. But essentially, let's try and zoom in. Maybe that'll do a little bit of a better job at showing you. There we go. So essentially, you have these pieces right here that dispense the water into the coffee pot, into the K-cup. So what you want to do, sorry, I think there's a little bit of a mark on the screen right there, maybe from some water that splashed up. Anyways, I'll clean that later. You want to clean those, and there's a few different ways to do this. So I'm not going to show you how to do it because there's a few different methods. But you want to clean those. Those sometimes sediment or coffee grounds or anything can get caught in there, or even scale, right? So you want to clean those, and that will allow not only the water to come out more freely, but it'll allow it to come out more cleanly, meaning your coffee will taste like more pure, if you can understand what I'm saying in that sense. It'll taste like less like something has been pressed through it, and it'll taste more like just the pure coffee taste that you've been trying to get from the machine. That's it. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment, and of course be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.